Hey everybody, what's going on? Movie Hunter in the house. Martinez Joe, Ryan, Ollie, Noah, what's happening everybody? Brandon's in the house, Sav's in the house. How's everybody doing today? It's Thursday. Like I said, Tuesday with the live stream ending the way it did. Wasn't sure if we'd be doing a live stream today, but we're here. J2H, what's up, buddy? Oh, Brent, thank you very much, sir. Brent with the super chat of $2. Appreciate it very much. He says, "Have an awesome day, living legend." I don't know about all that, but I appreciate it. I want my sauces. What are you drinking? We're doing something different today. We got the canned Tivana iced tea. I got a variety pack. This is probably one of my lesser favorites. It's pineapple berry blue herbal tea. There was also mango black tea, which was good, but my favorite was peach green tea. And then there was like a hibiscus one I really didn't care for. But I decided to switch it up from the coffee drink today. Ryan said he watched Doctor Sleep last night. What did you think of it, Ryan? Charlie's in the house. Yeah, it's good. It has hibiscus and green rubios. It's like low cal. It's 70 calories in a can, 12-ounce can. So Marie and Gary are in the house. I want my sauces. Snapple tastes better in a plastic bottle than a glass bottle. Uh, I mean, glass bottle Snapple is like classic in my opinion. J2H says, "Have you ever had boba tea?" I have never had boba tea. I'm familiar with what it is, but I've never actually had it. Um, I don't know of any place near me that has boba tea. I'm sure there are places, but um, Ryan says, "I thought it was good. I did not like the scene with the baseball kid. One of the most disturbing things I've ever seen." Oh, dude, I remember Sobe. I definitely was a fan of certain Sobeys. Bridget and I always kind of like have flashback talks where we talk about stuff from like when we were younger. Like clearly Canadian wild cherry water was so good. I think you can still get that in Canada, but Surge. When Surge came back, I was very excited. I love Surge. Marie just finished her hot red raspberry tea. Nice. Yeah, Bridget makes me, I've talked about this before. She makes iced tea, like unsweetened iced tea for me. And what we do is like, or what she does, I don't do it. What she does is she puts like Lipton unsweetened iced tea, but then we get, I forget the company. We get a company that she like mixes fruit tea with it. So this most recent one's blueberry. It's really good. My favorite combo is peach and raspberry with the unsweetened. It's very good. Because I drink unsweetened tea. I don't add sugar. I don't add anything. I just straight up unsweetened tea, and I love unsweetened iced tea. You guys have been saying, let's see. Brent watched the original Yogi Bear show last night. Awesome stuff. Cool. I checked out Sonic the Hedgehog last night from Paramount. It was very fun. I really enjoyed it. I want my sauces. Boba tea is great. They have it at Sarku, Japan. Steve says, "Good morning. Found out my wife has never seen Wizard of Oz, so I've got to learn her today." Wizard of Oz is classic. What else? Brandon says orange cream sobe. I forget. I want to say the one I liked was like it was kind of orangish yellow in color, maybe like citrus. Oh, what do we got here? I just hit a button. Um, Marie said, "I love Sobe. I loved Sobe and Clearly Canadian. Sobe Elixir, Pink Sobe. Yeah, man, I remember Sobe in the glass bottles." Owen, what's going on? Martinez Joe says, "I drink Arnold Palmer's a lot." Yeah, I'm a fan of Arnold Palmer's. I do like, what is it? Arizona's Arnold Palmer, I'm a fan of. But just unsweetened tea and lemonade is good, depending on the lemonade, honestly. Yep, I'm not a sugar and tea person, honestly. I just like it unsweetened or like a hint of sugar. Like these have some sugar in them, but it's because of it being a craft iced tea. Jesse's in the house. What's going on, Jesse? I've tried kombucha. I'm not a fan of that. I don't like the vinegar taste and smell of kombucha. Brent says one movie you were excited to see but turned out to be really bad. I remember the movie I always think about um is Benchwarmers. I don't know why. In my head, like when the trailers for that came out, I was incredibly excited for Benchwarmers, and I went and saw it, and it was Benchwarmers. So, um, what else do we have here? Ollie asks, "Have I seen the movie Sabrina with Harrison Ford?" I have not seen that. Tomas is in the house. Lots to talk about. Sweet tea. Yeah, I am not a fan of sweet tea at all. Um, Oof, it's like sugar water, in my opinion. Arnold Palmer had half iced tea, half lemonade. Yes, sir. Yes, he did. Um, Brandon says, I got an update from Deep Discount. They refunded me for Dirty Work and Ski School, even though they're in stock on their site. I would, if that was me, I would reach out to them and ask them why they refunded you. Tell them that you'd rather have the product than the refund. Kind of like raise a stink and see if they will honor the prices, especially if those movies are showing up in stock. The title I was waiting for is actually shipped and supposed to be delivered today, along with the package from Jess from New Mexico, which is a bunch of Dollar Tree titles. Since I did not go Dollar Tree hunting, she got 90% of my Dollar Tree wish list, I would say. And she also got stuff for the boys. When I say the boys, because you'll see it in an upcoming video, because I do an unboxing from the boys. I'm in a group chat with Martinez Joe, J2H Jacob, and BBG Greg. So, um, yeah, so she got stuff for all three of us. Plus, she got a bunch for me. So I'm very excited to get that package in today. I'll open it, pull out their stuff, and then kind of seal it back up for an unboxing. Noah says, "What did you think of Sonic?" I thought Sonic was very fun. I thought Jim Carrey was really fun, almost like vibes of Ace Ventura and The Mask in his character portrayal. Um, Ben Schwartz's Sonic is fun. The movie didn't overstay its welcome. It was really fun. Like I really enjoyed Sonic. I definitely think people should check it out. Um, Thoughts on New Mutants' new release date? I'm shocked it's getting a theatrical release. It's coming out the last week of August. I still like. I'm really curious to see if movie theaters really start to open up in July like they're supposed to. I think we're going to see another spike in. I think we're going to see another big spike in cases because everybody's kind of like loosening up on the quarantining, on the restrictions, and we're going to see another spike in cases. I think so. I hope I'm wrong, but I just have a bad feeling. But Nicole's in the house. What's going on, Nicole? She's actually awake for the live stream. The boys, you movie mad. What's going on? Brandon says, did that send a firm but polite email to customer service. I also got, oh, dude, he got an email from Twilight Time. They canceled one of my 7 titles from my order there. Yeah, I, mine's in awaiting shipment, and that's the only email I've gotten. And I really worry that they're gonna say like one of the 3 titles I ordered, which I kind of just ordered just so I would own a couple Twilight Time movies. Um, I'm getting really worried they're gonna end up canceling it or something's not gonna show up, but we'll see. Sev says, if you could be in any one movie, what would it be? I don't know. I think like a movie like This Is the End would be fun because um, of all the people that I'm a big fan of being in that movie. I think it would be a fun time to, or a fun movie to be in, just to meet everybody. Nicole's up before noon. Yay. Movie Med says, do you have Return to Oz on Blu ray? Cannot get it over here. I do have Return to Oz on Blu-ray. It is a Disney Movie Club exclusive Blu-ray. I Want My Soul says, have you ever seen the show Kitchen Confidential with Bradley Cooper? Bradley Cooper or Anderson Cooper? I'm based on the late Anthony Bourdain before he committed suicide. Jesse says, isn't Twilight Time going out of business? Yeah, they had a big sale. A lot of people ordered from them because they dropped everything down to like $12 or less that they had left. But supposedly, Brandon says one of his 7 titles isn't shipping, so we'll see. J2H says, speaking of the boys, Joe and Rick, your packages are going out immediately after the stream. Yeah, I just got a package with a mystery movie the other day from J2H that I have to add to the hat for next week. We'll have 30 movies in the hat next week for Bridget and I, starting Friday night or Saturday, depending on what we do. So, 9 to 5, my all-time favorite movie is on Twilight Time. Marie says, if you haven't seen it, see it. Other companies put it out cheaper, FYI. Yeah, it's like $100. Joe was showing me, like, brand new sealed on eBay. Tomas says, have you seen any of Anthony Bourdain's shows? I have not. Marie says, ooh yay, more mail pickups. J2HS, is Watchmen in the hat? Watchmen is in the hat. Will be in the hat. It's not in the hat yet. Marie says, yes, sir. S not cheap. Apparently, Kitchen Confidential was a sitcom based on a book that the late Anthony Bourdain wrote, and it starred Bradley Cooper pre-Hangover. Never seen it, have not heard of it. So the reason the live stream is called "Who's Down to Batman" or "Down to Batman," let's talk about it, or that, I forget what I called it now. 10 of the titles in my stack are Batman related titles. So I figured we're trying to brainstorm, RJ, Bridget, and I, before the live stream, what I should call it. So that's what we called it. There's also going to be a pretty big spoiler in this video when I talk about my collection, because I've recorded a video unboxing it. I'm still contemplating if I want to show it to you guys or not. But I'm going to show it to you in the live stream, and I'm sure you guys will still watch the unboxing when it comes out. Noah says, were you shocked about my comment on cats? Yes, I'm shocked that you said that you would buy cats and it would stay on your shelf, because that was brutal. The title, The Canceled, A Prayer for the Dying, goes for about $20 to $25 on eBay, so not terrible for a Twilight Time, but not too good for a blind buy. Yeah. I mean, I guess the positive thing with blind buying Twilight Time titles, especially if they're done making movies, is everything they put out is going to go out of print, at least for a while, until other studios try to get the rights to stuff. So, yeah. J2H and Martinez Joe are definitely aware of the title that I'm contemplating showing. Do you plan on seeing Bad Education with Hugh Jackman and the half of it on Netflix? I don't even know what the half of it is, and Bad Education isn't something that really, really excites me, and I have so many other things. Like, Movies in the Hat will be stuff from Netflix that I've been wanting to watch. There's a bunch of Blu-rays and DVDs that I physically own. There's a Hulu movie in there. There's 5 movies left over from the last week that I don't even remember what they are, honestly. And there's a couple Amazon Prime movies. And like I said, there's a bunch of Blu-rays and DVDs. Khaleesi, stop. So, anyway, I Want My Soul says, have you ever seen Duplex starring Ben Stiller and Drew Barrymore? I have. A long time ago. Well, my Saul says, what is your favorite Adam Sandler comedy post Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison? Um, well, I mean, post those, you have Wedding Singer, you have, um, you got Wedding Singer, you got Big Daddy, you got, Just Go With It, which I like. Blended. I mean, I like a lot of Adam Sandler's comedies, even post the big ones in the beginning. But um, I don't like any of the Netflix stuff he's done. Alex says, hot take: Amazon Prime's the best streaming service. See, I don't know, man. I guess it all depends, like what. Um, I don't know because they don't have enough stand up for me. I love stand up. I mean, they do have some cool shows. Their original stuff hasn't been fantastic that I've seen, except for Mrs. Maisel. I do want to see Fleabag, but Netflix, I mean, I think has the largest net of stuff. Hulu's cool. Hulu has a lot of shows. They just have the Fox and FX library now. Disney Plus is good, but it's very niche in my opinion. I've not watched Disney Plus very much since I got it. Um, what else do we got here? Charlie says, "Are you getting Scoob this weekend?" No, I'm not paying $20 or $25 for Scoob. I'll wait. Have you seen Bad Words starring Jason Bateman? Yeah, I saw it. I don't remember much about it though, honestly. What else? Yeah, I definitely don't think Disney Plus is anywhere close to the top. It's such a niche market, but they all have so much, and it's just gonna get worse. You have the Peacock coming, you got HBO Max coming. It's getting way out of hand. You need like 12 different streaming services, and I have a wall plus full of movies to watch and TV shows. Um, the morning show on Apple Plus is very good. Yeah, I never saw that. Um, for $13 a month, you get Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus. Yeah, but I paid what $170 or $160 for 3 years of Disney Plus, and the only thing I've really watched is the Jeff Goldblum show. That's the only thing I've sat and watched so far. There's just so much out there. Yeah, it's insane. That's why picking stuff out of the hat, like I try to include stuff from Hulu, stuff from HBO, stuff from Netflix. I don't try to. I have a ton of Blu-rays and DVDs in there also, but oh, Khaleesi's walking across. There's so much, and there's like Hulu has a new movie that just came out on physical media like a week or two ago, so that's gonna be in the hat, and the hat thing just works. Like I want to watch everything that's in the hat. Bridget picked stuff to put in the hat too, and we just pick something, whatever it is, we watch it. I mean, it's looking at this wall of media. Like I have four bookcases full of Blu-rays. I have a bookcase full of DVDs. I have another bookcase that has 4Ks on it. I would say 80% full. Like I have no shortage of physical media, but there is stuff that is on streaming that if I want to watch it, I have to watch it on streaming. The movie The Lodge is on Hulu and I could buy it physically, but if I can watch it when it's included in a streaming service I have access to, I'm going to watch it and not pay out of pocket to check it out. Say hi to everybody. Look, say hi. 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 Do you want belly rubs? Ooh. Nope, no belly rubs. Um, so, um, yeah, I mean, there's stuff like Netflix exclusive movies that are only available on Netflix. There's stuff on Amazon Prime. Not as many exclusives, but stuff that instead of paying to rent it or buying it blindly when I feel like I'm only going to watch it once, there's positives to it, but the other thing is I don't like Bridget's family kind of shares certain services, even though like, but they each like pay for a service and then they share it. So I just, yeah, I'm excited about everything going into the hat. Definitely some classics in the hat this time, some new releases, something that I have on Voodoo that was sent to me from Lionsgate to review is going in the hat. Some newer stuff, some older stuff, um, a bunch of stuff I've never seen. So, G2H says, I'm glad Amazon Prime is free with Prime shipping, otherwise, I wouldn't pay for it. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely. Singing in the Rain, I don't think is in the hat this time, Marie, because technically, I don't own it yet, and I have my list already built. But um, I understand. Even though I don't blind buy movies as much as you, Dave, etc., there's still a decent. Yeah, I mean, I probably have hundreds of films on my wall that I've never seen. Like, I would easily say I have hundreds of movies that I have not watched. And I keep buying new stuff I haven't seen. If the price is right, I will blind buy a movie. And I actually was talking to Martinez Joe this morning. He sent me something on Instagram. Um, I'm gonna kind of like give you guys the idea, see what you guys think. Bridget has actually talked to me about it multiple times. You guys are familiar with Second and Charles, which I have been to with Dave. I've been to in the past, gotten some really cool hauls. What they have right now is you can do curbside pickup just like you can for Best Buy, but they have mystery boxes, like a box that's $25 and you get at least 50 DVDs or Blu-rays in the box. I'm actually thinking about stealing a page from Joe and Marie's book and basically buying two mystery boxes and literally recording two separate videos, um, and pull, like I said, a Joe and Marie thing and just keep the boxes sealed until I record the videos and cut the box open and just pull out at random. See if I have the stuff. Worst comes to worst, I can trade it in to Pam if it's all junk. There might be something better in there. I'm not really holding hope, but there could be better stuff in there. There could be scratch stuff, but that's something I'm thinking about doing. Bridget's actually going to be in the area of Second and Charles tomorrow, so I could give her money and have her pick up two boxes. It's a mix, Jacob, of DVDs and Blu-rays. My guess is it's going to be a majority of DVDs, um, but I don't know that for sure. Aubrey's in the house. What's going on, Aubrey? But I've seen people do like Bull Moose's grab bags recently, where it's just what do I want to say? It's like 5 or 6 discs in a bag, like loose, no artwork. These are going to be movies in cases, which is nice. I don't like the idea of just getting loose films. I know some people keep their movies in binders. I would not do that. If I needed to, I would sell stuff off before I started doing it. Brandon, yeah, supposedly it's a mix of genres. I'm guessing there's going to be a ton of common DVDs in there, like a ton of stuff. Um, Joey Baseball's in the house. You should start your own business called Second and Richard. Yeah, I mean, if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, I have been listing a bunch of stuff on Instagram, like photos of stuff I have for sale, trying to like clear out some doubles, some stock from the big auction lot that I recently did a video on. G2H. That's it. I wanted to pull on Joe. East Sider says I'll be grabbing a box from there in a couple of hours. Which one do you go to, East Siders? Joey Baseball's heartbroken. I didn't like Ugly Dolls. Sorry. Alex says the Dark Knight Blu-ray 3 times, or the Dark Knight 3 times, and then a Blu-ray of Something's Idea. I mean, they've had sales where they clear out stuff for $1. That I've found quite well. I shouldn't say I found. Bridget went. She found just one of the guys on DVD before the Blu-ray was announced a while ago, when it was still a decent find for $1. Um, she found Criterion, so she found stuff from my wish list. So I'm hoping maybe, they get so much stuff in, I'm sure they're just inundated with stock, that it's a good way to move. He's going to one in Michigan. Nice. Binders aren't terrible. I disagree. They scratch up your disc. Even Blu-rays get scratched in a binder. Yeah, Brandon. Once everything's back to normal, hit me up. We can maybe meet up in the one in Delaware. It's kind of like a middle ground, sort of. Um, J2H is excited. He just found out there's a second in Charles in Michigan. Joey Baseball says, I've bought at least 60 titles in the past year at Dollar Tree. About 58 of them have been terrible. I feel like Dollar Tree causes me to waste more money because it's $1. Yeah, I mean, I will say that the Dollar Tree movies I've watched that I had never seen before buying them at Dollar Tree, I don't think I have had any of the Blu-rays make my shelf that were blind buys from a Dollar Tree. But I still have a ton of stuff from Dollar Tree that I have not watched. But just this is, I gave up on Dollar Tree a while ago. So much crap there. J2H says there are a few, but they're like 4 hours away from me. Alex says, but then you get OJ. Yeah, like OJ Made in America. The film Slight is fantastic. Then there's been like Bad Santa 4K, which for $1 is a great find. You have stuff like Wet Hot American Summer. People have found like Animal House, Revenge of the Nerds, King of Comedy. Like there are definitely good things at Dollar Tree, but when you see people, I'm not trying to single anybody out because I try to stick to Blu-rays primarily, but people will buy like 50 or 60 movies and a lot of DVDs, and it's a lot of times it's for $1, it's cheaper than renting something. If it's not good, you only wasted $1 on a movie. I definitely get both sides of the coin. They've had out of print stuff, like Marie just said. They had Driven, Get Carter, both of which were out of print, or are out of print technically. The movie Bubble, which was a Soderbergh movie, I believe, that was out of print. Actually, Bubble was great because I got it like early before everybody started going to Dollar Tree. I got 2 copies and I kept one, I believe. Yeah, I kept one and sold the other one for like $30, and it funded all my Dollar Tree hunting that time around. So it's very hit or miss. J2H says us 4K was at Dollar Tree. That's worth exactly $1. I still don't believe the person who tried saying they found us 4K at Dollar Tree. It'd be like saying you found a Godzilla Criterion box set at Dollar Tree, which some YouTubers like to do because they think it's funny. I think it's putting out like false hope, and some people don't get the sarcasm, and then they go to 84 Dollar Trees and go, I didn't find a Criterion. Well, yeah, neither did that person. But I disagree. I think Us was fantastic, but not for everyone. Joey Baseball says Onward should be at Dollar Tree. If that's the case, Ugly Dolls should be at If You Take This, We'll Give You a Dollar Tree, because that movie was crap compared to Onward. I check to see if a movie is free on Tubi or Vudu before I blind buy from Dollar Tree now. Probably not a bad thing. Alex says, LOL, someone pays $30 on Bubble. Yeah, like I said, it was extremely out of print before it started showing up at Dollar Tree, so I kind of just got lucky. Um, Literal misinformation is bad. Yeah, I totally agree. You should absolutely call somebody out who posts fake news about Dollar Tree finds. I kind of disregard the person who has done it. I actually don't associate myself with either of the people who have done it. So that is a choice by me that I, you know, What else do we have here? My messages aren't shown. Somebody said I got Camp X-Ray on Blu-ray at Dollar Tree. Never heard about it. Really enjoyed it. Yeah, I remember that being decent with Kristen Stewart. Martinez Joe found 3 copies of Bad Santa 2 on 4K. Yeah, that's crazy. Tomas says, mark my word, Ugly Dolls will be in the $5 bin at Walmart next year or two. Yeah, I can definitely see that being like a $5 movie on. Um, I can see that being a $5 movie at Black Friday this year. Alex says, in 5 years, do you think more mainstream titles will hit Dollar Tree type stores as big box stores start to phase out on social media? Yeah, I could see that happening. I don't constantly stalk their social media. They happen to be in my feed on Instagram. Like, don't spread false information, dude. Sev says Joey Baseball's got bad taste in movies. I'm not going to get into that with Joey. I think Joey and I have an understanding after Crazy Joe's live stream Tuesday night. He has his opinion on movies. I have my opinion on movies. Everybody has a different opinion. I definitely don't agree with some of the stuff he said, but J2H says ESPN Films Volume 1 once funded my entire Dollar Tree haul. Nice find for sure. Yeah, I mean, if you can get to a Dollar Tree early enough and get some stuff that's OOP and like basically try to flip it before everybody starts finding it, or sometimes there's stuff that only 1 or 2 people find and it's worth decent money. But I've seen on Macari the last 2 to 3 weeks everybody posting the same stuff and trying to list it for between $8 and $15 when Jess was sending me pictures from like 8 different Dollar Trees. Martinez Joe was finding the same thing. J2A, and they're trying to flip a dollar title for $15. That's kind of ridiculous, but flipping movies, some people think it's wrong, some people don't like it, some people don't mind it. I mean, I do it to fund my collecting. I don't try to gouge. I don't try to sell a $5 movie for $100. But if there's a movie that constantly sells for $20, I'm gonna try to sell it for $20, even if I paid $1 for it. But
hey guys.
RJ saying hi. Hopefully you shut your door, sir. Oh yeah, never mind. Khaleesi's here. Yep, everyone has different tastes in movies. Joey says, I find flipping DVDs and Blu-rays online very difficult. I don't know how you do it so easily. It's not very easy. It's you know, I mean, if I found what's something I'm gonna show you guys. Like, I know if I find Apocalypto somewhere for under $5 or $10, that it's worth $40 to $80, depending on what condition it's in, if it's sealed. But I mean, as for this big auction collection that I bought, you guys saw the picture of how much was there. I would say maybe a quarter of it was worthwhile. Like I don't even remember how much I spent. I spent between like $300 and $400 on that auction lot, and it was probably like 1,000 to 1,100 titles total. And I would say I've probably sold a couple hundred to 250 from that, and made back my money plus. Like, I've done very well on that lot, but I'm still sitting here looking at 2 Rubbermaid containers full, a big box full of stuff, and I think I still have another container to go through, like, that I'm just going to either donate or get rid of because I've made my profit and now it's just taking up space. I mean, to maximize it, I could do bulk lots. I've actually thought about, once everything goes back to normal, basically bringing all the movies that I'm not keeping and haven't sold back to the auction, selling off the remnants in the auction, and just wiping my hands of it. It is a lot of common stuff that's left now, and that's why I think an auction's a good idea. to just kind of get rid of it. Plus, there's a lot of scratch stuff that I don't feel comfortable selling people. Um, but yeah, I mean, there's certain things like when Second and Charles has buy five get five free sales. I've spent like $100 and bought 20, 25 movies, end up keeping 10 or 15 movies and selling off the rest and making back my money. So if I drop $100 right out of pocket, excuse me, buy 25 movies, I keep 15 of those movies. If I can get 80 to $90 back from selling the other 10 I buy, knowing that those 15 that I kept only cost me $10 out of pocket, that's the kind of thinking I do when I go to certain sales or when I go when I buy on Facebook Marketplace. Like I just bought a group of stuff on Facebook Marketplace. I want to say it was 9 or 10 titles, one of which was an awesome font. Like I paid $10 for a stack of stuff. And then my buddy John, who actually went and picked up the stuff because it was in his area, picked out 2 titles. He kept them. So he kept the 2 titles he wanted. He brought me the 10 titles that I was getting. I kept one, which I would have paid $10 for by itself. It was in mint condition. It is a TV show that is very hard to find. Was on my wish list. And then I grabbed. There were 3 Criterion DVDs in there. There was an out of print DVD in there. And then just some other stuff like a rare horror movie. Like I'm going to end up making back 10 times my money, plus get to keep a box set, plus my buddy got a few movies, and I hooked him up with a couple of those stinky smoke 4Ks that I got off Facebook. And that's the other thing, like all deals aren't going to be winners. I bought these 4Ks and Blu-rays off of Facebook, and man, that deal, everything stunk like stale cigarettes, and I ended up keeping 3 movies, but I have them turkey bagged throughout their slipcovers because you could see the nicotine on the inside of the slipcovers. Tried to do dryer sheets and everything, but I'm keeping the 3 4Ks, and the Blu-rays weren't bad because they were from his brother's house. But I've been rambling for a while, but that's one of the biggest bummers right now with this pandemic going on right now. It's flea market season, it's yard sale season. I was getting ready to like hit the ground running with flipping and adding to my collection. And sorry, let me go back. Jesse says, do you have Dogma on Blu-ray? I do. J2H says, self-sustaining collections are the ones that grow the fastest. Absolutely. And as I've been watching more stuff with what's going on, I've been able to actually, there's some stuff that hasn't made the shelf that I've been able to get rid of. There's stuff that I've upgraded from Blu-ray to 4K that has been a free upgrade. So normally I wouldn't go out and buy that movie on 4K, but the fact that it didn't cost me anything out of pocket, I'm going to do it. Joey Baseball says, my new memory foam mattress came in the mail yesterday. Nice. I mean, there's been times I bought a massive deal that filled up my trunk plus, and there were a bunch of factory. It was, I would say, 80% factory sealed stuff. It was from a guy whose uncle was a collector. His uncle passed away, and he sold me basically a trunk's worth of movies for $300, and I made a couple $1,000 on that flip. I kept some of it, but it was basically a backup way to make money. And with what's going on now, I'm glad that I had like stuff to list on eBay and fallback stuff, because it's a nice side hustle. Like it's nice to have some extra money in the pocket. Like I have a fund that when I go hunting, especially like flea markets and stuff, it is all now self-funded by my collecting, flipping, knowing what to look for, doing research on what sells. I've actually bought stuff on eBay and sold it on eBay for 2 to 3 times what I paid for it after fees. Like it's just something I enjoy doing. Plus I find cool stuff like for myself. So yeah, I always reach out to my buddies. They kind of get first dibs at he says, I hate to have to keep track of all those sales for taxes. That's all done on on eBay. Plus, if you it's a certain amount of money, it's considered a hobby, so it's not a full. Yeah, I mean, Jacob is kind of like my inside there. He tells me what I need to know. If I have questions, I ask him. I mean, it's not like I'm doing $100,000 a year in movie sales. That's not the case. Jesse says, do people ever try to screw you on eBay when you sell your movies? There's been issues. It happens a lot during Christmas time, um, where um, Christmas time people say they don't get their movies, or it was scratched. And if a movie is scratched, I list it in the description. I don't sell it as like new. If the movie is mint, like, I'm very OCD when it comes to collection and quality of the movies. If it is mint, I sell it as like new. If there's the tiniest little scratch on the disc, I list it as very good. If it has multiple scratches, it's listed as good. If anything, I am over careful when I sell on eBay, and like right now, I've had to refund some people because the USPS has been horrible with packages. I'm sorry, kayfabe, my bad. Um, with packages not getting to where they're supposed to be going, and I just give the people their money back. It's not worth arguing over an $8 movie, but it's very minimal. Fingers crossed. Charlie says I was able to find Dogma on Blu-ray for $5 at a flea market. Now debating if I want to keep it or find Dogma on DVD and sell the Blu-ray. The DVD's getting pricey too. You know, um, the DVD's not cheap anymore. It's not as expensive as the Blu-ray. I mean, if you find the Blu-ray sealed, it's like 80 to $100. It's like Apocalypto sealed. Yeah, Martinez Joe says mail stocks have 9 packages stuck in transit for weeks. Because I've been ordering more online recently, I basically have to keep. I have all my tracking numbers in a note with a description of what they are, and every morning I check everything. I haven't, knock on wood, I have not had any issues um, with packages getting lost. Fingers crossed. Um, I had like a $35 DVD I sold on eBay basically become a big question mark. So I had to refund that person. But yeah, a lot of what I've been buying has gotten to me. Everything I've been buying. G2H says most of Kevin Smith's films are non existent on streaming services. Yeah, I actually just found out the other day, based on something I saw on Facebook, the film Red State, the Kevin Smith horror movie, question mark, um, is out of print now and goes for like $40 to $50 used, which I did not know was out of print. Um, so, uh, I have a question. Pardon my ignorance. But Martinez Joe, you always say OOPS. In my head, what does that mean? Because OOP in my head is out of print. What does OOPS mean? It might mean the same thing, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there you go. Red State used to be a Dollar Tree title. So if you bought that for $1 and it's there on your shelf and you watch it, and you don't like it, you can now sell it for $40 easily on eBay. And think about that. That pays for your next Dollar Tree hunt. It might pay for your next $5 tree hunts if you're, particular. That's why, like, Driven and Get Carter, like, I'm gonna get them. I'm going to put them on the shelf, watch them eventually. If they're not good, I'm gonna sell them eventually, and hopefully by the time I sell them, the price will have gone up because not everybody and their mother is gonna have them trying to price gouge currently. Great. Joey Baseball, that was actually funny. Joey Baseball says OOPS means something accidental. Get it? Oops. Ha ha ha. It's just to. It's just his accent. It translates to text now. I don't get it. I must have missed something. All right, guys. So I've been rambling for 45 minutes. I definitely lost track of time. So let's start going through the stack of movies I have set aside because I wanted to keep this to an hour. Looks like we're probably going to be like an hour and 15 minutes. The first title here. What did we finish with? We finished with Back to the Future. First title here was Bad Samaritan, a movie that I forget if I rented this from DVD.com or where I rented this, but I rented it as soon as I watched it. I was like, I'd love to own that physically. I definitely want to revisit this. It stars David Tennant is the lead from Doctor Who. G2H says I've passed on $2 tree titles I'd still like to get a hold of. Josie and Slight. I have to look, Jacob. I might still have Slight. I gotta see. Geriatrics in the house. I've never gotten rid of a film that I've purchased. I have many that I won't watch again. I have a problem. See, like I know Dave, CS Cinema Sickness does that. Like if he watches a movie, he has to own it. I was kind of like that way, and then when I started running out of space, I was like, don't just get rid of something like, but if you rewatch it and it is not something you think you'll ever watch again, even if it's a good movie that it's not rewatchable, I got to get rid of it. I don't have room to expand my collection out anywhere. Marie said she has seen this. A lot of people have never heard of it. Martinez Joseph's great film based on your watched on your recommendation. Bridge says Tennant is awesome. Andrew said he's never seen it. Joey Baseball says is David Tennant the same thing? No, no, it is not. Blu-ray Snob, you're about 45 minutes late. Brandon says he might have an extra copy of Josie. Josie? Not Josie. Josie. So, J2H, I might have Slight. Brandon might have Josie, so you might be able to grab those too. There's one reason I like digital is it doesn't take up space. Yeah. What is the Christopher Nolan movie Tenet about? I don't really know what it's about, and I want to keep it that way. Martinez Joe says I have to always pull stuff off the shelf with no rewatchability to make room. I'm addicted to Blue. I'll buy anything I don't have, just have it in my library specifically for $1. Why? You want to come say hi, everybody? So yeah, Bad Samaritan is a good suspense, R-rated, like violent house invasion movie with a twist. Fun movie, fun to watch. You want to come say hi? No? You just want to knock your butt into it? I'm not getting into the digital debate with you, Jacob, because when they start taking away your movies, not by choice, I don't want to hear it. That collecting wise, I prefer physical. Yeah. I can see companies starting shutting down and digital people starting to lose movies and it being a very ugly situation down the line. I'm not saying this year, next year, but I can see in 5 years, I'm going to be doing something that involves physical media next week, talking about physical over digital. But I mean, Aubrey says I have tons of space, which makes me want to keep them all. Yeah, I just think that digital is great for certain things. It's great to have a backup, if you will. But I don't know how good of a backup it's going to be, honestly. Nicole says I have to check out that movie Love Tenet. I have a lot of movies on digital that are not on Blu-ray. That is a good thing. Like there's certain things that, yes, are not on Blu-ray, might not be on DVD, and you can get on digital. But I mean, I would, if it's available on physical, I'd like to try to own it on physical, especially if it's something that I need to watch or I want to watch. Sometimes they have cool artwork, sometimes they're cool steelbooks, but the whole argument. They do take up space, but I don't mind having a beautiful wall of movies in my apartment. Next up here is Bad Santa, the original Bad Santa, a movie in which I love. A very R-rated. Why is everything blurry? There we go. The original R-rated Christmas movie. I don't know if that's true. I really love this movie. I think it's very funny. Um, if the cloud bursts out. The uncertainty of having your movies on digital is why I collect movies. That is why I have the first two seasons of Stranger Things on Blu-ray. Yeah, I'm kind of bummed. I found out Stranger Things season 3 came out on DVD, but not Blu-ray, and it wasn't a Target thing. I think it's only online, and I don't really want to buy it on DVD. But the third season was my favorite, so I'd like to own it on physical at some point. Tomas has not seen this. Ollie says good film. Joe says great film. Marie says great film. She says I've seen two in a row. Nice. Yeah, Bad Santa's fun. Next, this is a spoiler for a future video. A movie I thought I owned, could have sworn I owned. And one day Bridget was looking for it to watch, and apparently I did not own it. So that is Bad Teacher with Cameron Diaz, Justin Timberlake, and Jason Segel. Jessica says super bummed. Season 4 of Stranger Things was supposed to be filmed here in New Mexico. Oh, I did not know that. Brandon says I'm in the minority. Don't like Bad Santa. Wow. I mean, I get it, but I personally enjoy it. I think it's a fun R-rated look at Christmas stuff. But yeah, I've seen this movie. I don't remember a lot about it. Target is swimming copies of season 1 and 2 so can see how season 3 went DVD. Yeah, I get that. I just wish, like, even if it was DVD and Blu-ray online, like, I would have ordered it probably if it was a Blu-ray DVD combo pack. Henry says, is Dirty Grandpa any good? I've only seen Dirty Grandpa once. I don't remember liking it at all, but I have it on 4K. I got it from Pam. I forget. She had some kind of deal. But I also wasn't in a good mind space when I watched Dirty Grandpa. So I need to revisit it. Excuse me. A lot of people are saying fun watch, fun movie. G2H Club's Jason Segel movies. Jeffrey Joe's in the house. Charlie says I have Red Band Society on digital, and Red Band Society does not have a physical release. Yeah, I mean, if a movie... Are you guys there? Hello? Guys? Hello? Did my phone just freeze? Huh. That was weird. Jerry Actor says Goodwill opened here yesterday for the first time in a while. I went. There were so many people there. I left. No social distancing at all. That's a fear that I have that people are gonna think things are all back to normal and it's going to get ugly. I think you're going to see a big spike in numbers and then we're going to be locked down again. But once again, that's just my opinion. I don't want to upset anybody, but I think that's how it's going to be. Next up, Bad Words with Jason Bateman, a movie I watched once. I don't really remember much about it. It stars Catherine Hahn, obviously Jason Bateman, Ben Falcone is in it, Philip Baker Hall, Allison Janney. Like I said, don't remember much about it. Jeffrey says, "Are you buying Birds of Prey this week, Rick?" No, I will. I will not be buying it this week. Maybe Black Friday. Um, I'm not in any kind of rush to own Birds of Prey personally. Um, yeah, I'm not in a rush to own it. I will try to buy it at some point, but it has to drop in price. Khaleesi, stop. What do we got here? You have lots of movies with bad in the title. Yes. Yep. I got 4 of them. Family Video opened up and I ran Cats and Bloodshot with a mask and gloves on. Yeah, I mean that's how it's gonna be for a while. You're gonna have to wear masks to go out for a while, and it's not gonna be fun, especially if people want to go to flea markets and you're outside for hours with a mask on. Is I am not going to be excited about doing that. Khaleesi, I'm probably not going to go to a lot of flea markets, honestly. Yard sales are different because you go outside, you hand sanitize when you get in the car, you're in and out of the car, so you can take your mask off in the car. But G2H says, have this, bought it for the code. Code is expired. Um, Jeffrey says, did you buy cats or rent cats? I got cats from DVD.com. I did not spend money on that. I had a free month trial of DVD.com too, so I really didn't spend money on it. But yeah, Bad Words. Like I said, don't recall much about it, but it was a Dollar Tree movie, so I uh, I added this to the collection. Aubrey says, got to go. See Aubrey. Hand sanitizer is destroying my hands. Yep, definitely drying them out. Jeffrey says, do you think Pam can survive in the immediate post COVID-19 world? I don't know. I hope so. What Pam does is a part-time thing. Pam has a full-time job. So hopefully Pam's in a spot where she'll be okay. So next up, another Dollar Tree title I've never watched. I bought based on the cast, which is how I buy a lot of my Dollar Tree Blu-rays. It has John Cusack, Crispin Glover, Robert De Niro, and it is The Bagman. If I'm not mistaken, I've heard pretty bad things about this, but it's a Dollar Tree title, so I'm not expecting much. If it's not good, I'll get rid of it. It won't stay on the shelf. So it's a Cinedigm Universal film. I don't know much about it. I mean, it looked to be an interesting watch. Ollie's never seen it. Martinez Joe said it's meh. Watched twice. G2H says, who's the blonde? I'm guessing it's Rebecca DaCosta. Her name's there. Marie says, haven't seen it. Andrew says, never seen it. Noah says, here's a question for you. Playing with Fire, Ugly Dolls. Ugly Dolls. I'd rather watch Ugly Dolls than Playing with Fire. Brandon says, yeah, that's a one and done title. Sav hasn't seen it. So. Hold on a second. Jeffrey says, Ugly Dolls or Cats? I'd rather watch Ugly Dolls. Ugly Dolls wasn't a half-star movie like Cats and Playing with Fire. I will say that. Was that like the one De Niro film that's bad? I think Robert De Niro has done a lot of movies that haven't necessarily been great, especially in the last like 10 years, where he started doing like a lot of smaller productions or straight to DVD things. But yeah. I disagree, Joey. I think Ugly Dolls is a bad movie. It's incredibly predictable. Even if you watch the 2 minute trailer, I guarantee you anybody can tell you what the movie's going to be about. It's good for kids who are under 6, I would say. That is Ugly Dolls' target audience. Kids under 6. It's not made for adults. With a movie that is solely based around let me rephrase that. A movie is primarily based on cast members that are singers, Kelly Clarkson, Nick Jonas, Janelle Monáe, Lizzo, Charlie XCX, all those people. The music isn't even that catchy in a film. At least if you're going to have a movie with primarily like music people, at least have catchy or good music. The best song in the movie wasn't even a song that was sung by the cast. It was a song by the Pentatonics, and it wasn't an original song. It was a cover song. So Ugly Dolls is great. Preschool age kids would love it. It has a good message for them. But it's not a good movie. I gave it a 1.5 out of 5, and it's probably closer to a one. I haven't done my review yet, so it's like a 1.5 star movie for me. Noah says Marie Playing with Fire was a totally fine family movie. No, it isn't. It is garbage. It is absolute crap. Literally, there are jokes about crap. It is not good. Pardon me. Strumdog showed up. No notification. Sorry, man. Good old YouTube. I've been live for about an hour. Getting ready to finish it up probably in the next 15 minutes or so. I doubt I'm getting through this entire pile. Movie Hunter says, thumbs up, everyone. Let's boost Rick's YouTube algorithm. Yes, please. Yep. Ollie says, Playing with Fire was really enjoyable. Oof. Noah says, Cena holds a kid while taking a crap. Yeah, I mean, that I can't believe he Playing with Fire was fine. Yet the guy doesn't like us. So you gotta disregard J2H soon. He's getting to be on Joey Baseball level with his recommendations there. I work during the day and lose track of time. It happens. Tomas says Playing with Fire is one of Chris Stuckman's favorite movies of 2019. LOL. Did you see his review of it? I did see his review. I watch Stuckman's reviews after I watch a movie. I don't watch his reviews I before I watch the movie. Does that make sense? Yeah, I won't watch his review until after I've written my review on Letterboxd and uploaded it. So next up, we'll just group these together. Seasons 1 and 2 of Ballers on Blu-ray. I know there's like 3 more seasons of this. I got these both for $3 each at a Goodwill. I might have even gotten them for cheaper than that. It might be 75% off, or 25% off. So they're between $2 and $3 for the first 2 seasons, both with slipcovers. They both had their digital copies when I got them, so the digital copies funded the entire purchase of these. Like I said, I need to get the other 3 seasons eventually, but I really enjoy this show. It was like Entourage mixed with just like sports stuff. I mean, it's very entouragey in my opinion. What did somebody say? Do you have a lot of streaming services? Rick Jeffrey asks. I have access to a lot. The only streaming service I've paid for is Disney Plus. Is the only one I pay for. My girlfriend gets a couple, and her family shares a few others. Joey Baseball says the only movie reviews I watch are yours, Rick. Literally, I appreciate that very much. Jeffrey says, do you have a near complete SNL collection? Do you have SNL Halloween? I don't know if I own SNL Halloween, honestly. It's not standing out in my head. I don't know if that was a DVD of was SNL Halloween a DVD in the US? I think I only need 4 SNL DVDs to complete the US collection. I have the first 5 seasons. I have a ton of the best ofs. I have something else pretty cool. Joey Baseball says, I guarantee that Ollie has not even seen Ugly Dolls. Like I said, I gave Ugly Dolls between a 1 and a 1.5. I don't think it is absolutely horrid. I didn't give it a half star. I'm glad it was only an hour and 20 minutes or an hour and 25 minutes, honestly. But that's my opinion. I'm just giving my opinion. I did not hate it as much as Cats or Playing with Fire or Benchwarmers 2. But when you look at animated movies of the last 5 years, it is down there, in my opinion. Punk Nerd says, my package of review titles from Warner Archives. Warner Archives is sending you stuff to review, Punk Nerd? On what? Your channel? I'm confused. Did they reach out to you? Did you contact them? Jeffrey says, "Have you seen the Emoji Movie?" Yes, I have. Um, yeah, Joe, I think Ugly Dolls is perfect for someone like Gary. I think Gary's the perfect age to be watching the Ugly Dolls movies. Gary, or even Sean, who I think is 5 now, Dave's son. It's a good movie for his age. It has a good message for young kids. But all right. Marie, are you sitting down? Geriatric, or yeah, geriatric. I don't know why I do that. Geriatric. Can you send me information on who to reach out to? I would love to reach out to them. They actually just put something out that's one of Bridget's favorites. Um, and I know exactly what 2 movies I would love to request. So yeah, you can hit me up. That would be appreciated. Um, Marie's sitting down. Here we go. What do you guys think's next after Ballers? Oh man, Marie, are you okay? Marie, are you sitting down? Ah, ah, ah. We got Bambi and Bambi 2. So Bambi and Bambi 2 here. I of course own these. I don't own them as many times over as Marie does, but yeah, I of course own. I try to own most Disney movies if they're readily available, honestly. But yeah, so we got Bambi and Bambi 2 with slips. Um, Snotter Otter, what's going on? Tomas is in the house. You need 58 more copies. Bambi a classic. So yeah, I've seen both of these movies. I really love the slips on these two. So thank you to Geriatric and Punk Nerd. I got your DMs. I appreciate it. So I of course own Bambi movies. Marie, you can just turn off the live stream now. You don't have to watch anymore. I've talked about Bambi, so it's all downhill from here. Next up, I got this on Black Friday this past year, and that is Band of Brothers on Blu-ray. So I got the thinner version. It takes up less shelf space. It had the digital with it. Fantastic 10-part miniseries. Love Band of Brothers. I watched this for the first time back when I worked at Blockbuster. I would rent, I think there was like 1 or 2 discs at a time. And when I was an employee, you got like 5 or 6 rentals a week. At one time, there were 10 rentals a week. So, um, why I just blanked there totally. Yeah, there were 10 rentals a week. So, um, I would watch this. I would kind of like rent it, like I think it was 2 discs in a case. So I'd rent it every week basically. But yeah, Band of Brothers is fantastic. I enjoy it. Next up, Barbed Wire, starring Pamela Anderson. Never seen this flick. This was sent to me by Mill Creek. I still need to review this. I I'm behind on my reviews, honestly. But Barbed Wire from Pam Anderson. Never saw this. I'm sure it's a fantastic movie. It's R-rated. Strumdog says, "Oh no, Rick." What is Joe? It's okay. I want to see. We're up to 41 viewers, only 17 likes. Some thumbs up, guys, would be very appreciated. Appreciated. Of course, I'm supposed to be finishing up this in like 5 minutes because I've already gone 10 minutes too long, but So yeah, Barbed Wire. Never saw it. Yes, I've seen The Rock on SNL doing Bambi. That was fun. That was a funny thing. Next up, um, I forget where I got this. I might have got this at Cash Converters for like $1. I know we haven't gotten to Batman yet, and I don't know if we're going to get to Batman yet. I might call Tuesday's live stream who's down to Batman again. Um, Barney's version has a fantastic cast. It has Paul Giamatti, Rosamund Pike, Minnie Driver, Scott Speedman, Dustin Hoffman. So yeah, I don't know much about this movie. I think it was $1 at Cash Converters. Um, yeah, I don't. If it seems if as if every cinephile is required by law to have worked at Blockbuster. You crazy Joe, what movie won all work at Blockbuster? Man, Blockbuster was one of my favorite jobs of all time. Like going to a store, being surrounded by movies, and having people, hey, what's that movie with the guy who was in this movie? And I was like, oh, you're talking about this, or, um, what else? Just like new releases, recommending stuff, trying to like get a feel for what people were into, getting to rent stuff 2 weeks before it came out so I could know about it. So it was very fun. So Barney's version. Punk Nerd, I actually talked about those mystery boxes early. I think I'm gonna grab a couple and do unboxing videos for the channel. Next up, basketball. Was incredibly excited when I heard Best Buy was going to be getting this. Was the part of when they did the Universal exclusives. Um, this was the one that I was like, I need to find that. I went to numerous Best Buys to get a copy. Movie Hunter says, does it count if I bought a Blockbuster? You bought a Blockbuster? If so, I'm incredibly impressed. So, Basketball is a very fun movie. You got Trey Parker and Matt Stone, right? Yep. Trey Parker and Matt Stone. You have Jenny McCarthy, Yasmin Bleeth in the movie. Very funny. I wish basketball was a real sport, honestly. It was a very fun concept and just a good movie. Very quotable, in my opinion. Um, Andrew says, fun damn movie. Yes, South Park fans will like it. I'm not even a South Park fan. I really enjoy this movie. Um, so I used to work in a cinema. Yeah, I never worked in a movie theater, but I worked in a Blockbuster. Plus, I was a department manager in electronics at a Walmart for a few years as well. So I feel like I'm missing part of a conversation here, but oh, never mind. I got it. Basketball. All right, next up, fantastic film, Basketball Diaries, which stars Leonardo DiCaprio, but also as a young Mark Wahlberg. Fun fact: Ernie Hudson from Ghostbusters, Michael Imperielli. This is not a Blu-ray you come across very often. At least I don't think you do. But this movie is fantastic. Such a great film. Um, Thunder says, "Do you watch foreign films?" Occasionally, I do. Yes. Punk Nerd says, "Doesn't?" Yes. Real Big Fish is on the basketball soundtrack, and they're actually in the movie. Um, Noah says, "I need this movie." Just he says, "I've seen Orgasmo." I have seen Orgasmo. Tomas says, "I need to see this." Sav says, "Marky Mark." Yeah, but Basketball Diaries is outstanding. A very good dramatic film. Um, just incredibly well done. trying to see. Directed by Scott Calvert. I'm not really familiar with his work, but excellent movie, guys. Check this out. Movie Hunter says, I did buy one. Walked in with my kids and 4 shopping carts and bought everything on their shelves when they were closing down. Hence my huge DVD collection. 3,000 plus titles that day. That's awesome. What kind of deal did you get? What did they charge you for 4 shopping carts of stuff? Jesse says he found this on Blu-ray for $1. That's an awesome find. I forget where I got this. I'll have to look, see if it was when I was keeping track of when I was keeping track. It's put out by Palm Pictures. It was a 1995 Orion movie and was put out by Palm Pictures in 1998. Seems really early. Oh, thank you, Sev. Sev said great live stream so far. All right, guys. We're an hour and 17 in. I really wanted to end this in an hour. RJ's sitting in his room patiently. Bridget's sitting in our bedroom patiently. I got Batman movies. All right. We're doing Batman. We're probably going to go through quick because I'm already running late. My throat's starting to get throaty. So we're going to do Batman. Then we're ending the live stream. Or an hour and a half, I'm ending the live stream if we're not done Batman. So first thing on the shelves is my Batman motion picture anthology 89 to 97. When I initially bought this, I think it was from Facebook, it did not have the lid. Pam actually found me this little lid, which it bothered me for a while, but Pam found me the lid and gave me the lid. So this features Batman, Batman Returns, Batman Forever, and Batman and Robin. No Joey, but I told my girlfriend and my son I'd only do a live stream for an hour, and it's been an hour and 20 minutes. So I'm trying to wrap it up because that's only fair. So we got the Batman anthology, the 4 originals, if you will. I enjoy Batman Returns a lot. Batman Forever would be horrible if it wasn't for Jim Carrey, and Batman and Robin was okay. It's not horrid, it's watchable, but it's not a good movie. It's very corny. It's watchable. Yep, she had an extra lid, Joey. I'm not going to ask why, but she had a lid. It has this and this. So next up, we got the 1989 Batman again, this being the Digibook. You got the Digibook here, which the Digibook is just a comic of the 89 movie. So I own this Digibook. It also has, I think it has other stuff. It's like the making of Batman, the making of the movie. So yeah, I own the original Batman 3 times over. So we got the Digibook, and then we got the Steelbook, which has Batman there on the back. This is in rough shape. I definitely had to have bought this in a bulk lot or something. There's definitely, there's like, you can't see because they glare. There's scratches there. I got this pretty inexpensive, I'm assuming, because I own it 3 times over. We were just talking about Jack Nicholson was an awesome Joker. Michael Keaton was probably the best Batman, I would say, in the movies. Next up, my least favorite of the Nolan films, but still a good movie, and that is Batman Begins. This being the Steelbook of Batman Begins. Like I said, this is my least favorite out of the Nolan Batman movies, in my opinion. I still think I gave it like a 3.5 star review, but I don't think it's on the same level as Dark Knight or Dark Knight Rises, personally. Then we got this Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice, the Ultimate Edition, which I've never watched the Ultimate Cut. I've actually haven't rewatched this since I saw it in the movie theater. Um, the Ultimate Cut is rated R for sequences of violence. It's intriguing, but it's a 3 hour movie and 2.5 hours for the regular version. Tomas says it's also my least favorite of the Nolan trilogy. I love Dark Knight and really like Dark Knight Rises. So, yeah, so this is 2 discs, Blu-ray DVD combo. Both versions of the movie are on the Blu-ray disc. Like I said, I have not rewatched since seeing it in the movies, personally. Chat got very quiet since I started talking about Batman. Either people are bored or I'm just rambling now. So Batman vs Superman. Then we have Batman Hush, the DC animated film. This from, what was this from? 2018, I think? 2019. So it came out last year. I want to say I got this on Black Friday. Pretty inexpensive, if I'm not mistaken. The couple DC animated movies I've seen, I really enjoy. So I try to pick them up when I can. This I own another way, but the steelbook artwork is awesome. Plus, it was part of a bulk deal, so it didn't cost me anything. And that is The Killing Joke. Love the artwork, especially on the back. The portrait, the cameo, the side of Joker's face with Batman in the shadows and a Ferris wheel or some kind of wheel with the Batmobile in the background there. But I love the artwork of this, so I kept the steelbook. Movie Hunter says it's a great movie. Seth says Batman is one of my favorite DC superheroes. So yeah, Killing Joke steelbook. Then we got Batman vs. the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. RJ and I watched this. This is a very fun watch. Very well done. Very entertaining. A little more gritty than I was expecting, but I guess it makes sense seeing some other animated Batman movies since. This came out last year. This is a 2019 release as well. Yeah, so. But this is a fun release. We got... Get down. I know, I'm a bully. I'm almost done. This was a very fun watch. Definitely enjoyed this one. Then we got Batman. This is from when? It's from 2017. So, and this is Batman vs. Two-Face, but I think this is supposed to be a classic Batman. Yeah, voiced by Adam West is the voice of Batman, and William Shatner is the voice of Two-Face. So this was a cool one with the slip there. I have not yet seen this one. Jess, I think I still have that too. You have to hit me up on Instagram. I wish I would have known. I would have waited to send your other movie. We'll talk about it. So, Batman vs. Two-Face there. I have not watched this. Like I said, I've not seen a majority of the Batman movies. So I have one other thing, which is a bit of a spoiler for an upcoming video. I used to have like 15 of the Batman animated movies individually, but found a deal online that I could not pass up and got rid of pretty much all my other ones. And I upgraded to the Batman 80th Anniversary 18 film collection set. Like I said, this will be in an upcoming video. Spoiler alert. And I got rid of. I saved so much shelf space. Like this takes up the shelf space of less than 4 Blu-rays, and I was able to condense like 15 movies into this set. And the cool thing about this is, not only was there things in here that I did not own, it has Mask of Phantasm. No. Yes. Mask of Phantasm is a BDR, so it's a Warner Archives title. So I think. So the set comes in 2 cases. It features Batman Killing Joke, Batman vs. Harley, or Batman and Harley Quinn, Batman Gotham by Gaslight, Batman Ninja, Batman Return of the Caped Crusaders, Batman Master of the Phantasm, which, like I said, is a Warner Archive release, Batman Mystery of the Batwoman, which I did not own, Superman Batman Public Enemies, Superman Batman Apocalypse, and a bonus disc, which is in this set. And then it also comes with a year 1 comic too, like a little comic book. And in the other case, which is probably the first case, and I opened them out of order, comes with Gotham Knight, Batman Year 2, right? Year 1, just kidding. Batman Under the Red Hood, Batman Bad Blood, Batman vs. Robin, which I've seen, Son of Batman, Batman Dark Knight Returns Part 1 and Part 2, and Batman Assault on Arkham. So basically, this did not cost me anything out of pocket because I was able to sell all my individuals to cover the cost of this. So it was a big shelf space saver. Shelf space saver. Plus, it's a cool set. Plus, I got a few movies I did not own. And yeah, so that is my Batman 80th anniversary set. These movies here weren't a part of the set, so I kept them. Well, Killing Joke is, but I love the artwork. So, oh, Joey Baseball, you believe in that conspiracy theory that the artwork was fake for Sonic? Come on, man. It is not fake CGI. Get over it. Deep breaths. So that's it, guys. Like I said, this has gone on about a half an hour too long, so I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. Thanks to Brent for the super chat early on in the live stream. Thank you for the thumbs ups. Thank you to Punk Nerd and why do I say geriatric? Geriatric Geek for sending that information over to me. I'll have to reach out to them, and yeah, that'd be awesome. So thank you, guys. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for watching. I will be back Saturday. Will be a new pickup video. I believe it's going to be my closing second spin haul. So that video will come out on Saturday, and I'll be back live on Tuesday, probably around the same time. Probably in the neighborhood of 10:30, 10:45 Eastern Standard Time. So even though YouTube doesn't send reminders, I'm reminding you guys right now to come back and visit me during a live stream on Tuesday if you're watching this afterwards. So yeah, so that's it, guys. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Until next time, guys, who's down to movie?